anger is something that has been present in my life since I was a small child. I have that sense of frustration. I get angry in queues, I get angry in the car, I get angry with people who don't respond how they should, I get angry at the injustice of my reputation being damaged. That's all my selfish anger stuff. But then there's also this deeper, more beautiful anger that sits at that level of I get angry at poverty, and I get angry at sexism, and I get angry at the systems and people who manipulate them in order for their own gain, and we see destruction and alienation and brokenness and pain. And I think when we see Jesus, we see how he responded to both temptations of anger. So when Jesus went to trial and the cross, he faced personal deprivation, personal offence, personal rejection, and yet it says he was silent like a lamb to slaughter. And so he refused selfish anger. And his disciples were fully expecting him to call down fire from heaven and smite. But on that personal level, he refused and subjected to the will of God. Yet we see him in the temple overturning the tables, and he says this place that was designed for the Gentiles, for the people who didn't know God yet, this place that was designed for them to come near to God, you have desecrated and you've deprived them of that. And he was righteously angry and acted to bring about justice out of that space. So when Paul writes in Ephesians to be angry and not sin, he's quoting there from David in the Psalms, who is talking to his army who have just suffered the injustice and they are super angry and want to act. And David says, in your anger do not sin. Don't get carried away with your sense of self-righteousness and self-indignation, but instead connect into the deeper story, the heart and the justice of God. And so I think when Paul references that, he's talking about get rid of rage and malice and anger and that explosive sense, because that doesn't further unity or the kingdom of God. But instead, you can be angry, but it moves us to that place that Micah talks about. Act justly, do mercy, walk humbly with God. Our anger is this thing that is brought before God, is prayed through and processed, and then given a strategy for how we would act in justice and mercy.